Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm continuing with my Eurythmics discography journey, and we have made it to their 6th studio album from 1987 called Savage. Following the much more mainstream commercial content of their previous two albums, Savage saw Eurythmics turn a sharp left, as band member Dave Stewart put it. They returned to the much more experimental sound that their early albums incorporated. Also, Annie Lennox brought more of a feminist focus to her lyrics, which was made more evident by the accompanying video album, which featured a video for each song. Now, I am looking at the track list, and there are 13 tracks I will be listening to for a total of 51 minutes. And I also don't recall hearing any of these songs before, but like always, if I start listening to a song that sounds familiar, I'll let you guys know. But anyway, let's get into it with track 1, Beethoven, I Love to Listen. That was track 1, Beethoven, I Love to Listen. I love to listen to Beethoven. I really wasn't expecting them to open the album with a track like this. I think out of all their albums thus far, this album, Savage, has the most intriguing opening song. It is definitely more experimental, and it's not as commercial sounding as their prior two albums. Be Yourself Tonight and Revenge. And you guys did let me know in the comments of my prior Eurythmics videos that the Eurythmics do change up their sound on this album. They kind of go back to their roots, that more experimental electronic sound. Annie's vocals are also quite interesting. There's some spoken word during the verses, like, take a girl like me and put her in a natural setting. It's so natural, like a cafe, for example. Along comes the boy, and he's looking for trouble with a girl like that. So it's like she's telling a story. It's like some narration in a movie. I was just thinking about something sleek to wrap around my tender throat. I was dreaming like a Texan girl, a girl who thinks she's got the right to everything. A girl who thinks she should have something extreme. I love to listen to Beethoven. And then she essentially just keeps repeating that for the rest of the song. Now, Beethoven, I Love to Listen to was released as the lead single from the album. There were music videos produced for all 12 tracks on the album Savage. I like the beat of this track. I think it's quite catchy. We also hear some laughing from Annie Lennox, her demented laughing. I had fun listening to this track for the first time, and I would listen to it again. So let's move on to track 2, I've Got a Lover Back in Japan.
was bitter when I met you. I was eloquent with rage. I was eloquent with rage. Like honey from a bottle cup, I go from stage to stage. From stage to stage. From stage to stage.
That was track 2, I've Got a Lover, back in Japan, and I enjoyed this song just as much as the prior track, Beethoven, I Love to Listen. I mean, the Eurythmics are still masters at crafting catchy, memorable hooks in their songs. That is one big thing that the Eurythmics have done really well in all of their albums, each and every one. Memorable, catchy hooks and choruses. I've Got a Lover, back in Japan. He's got tattoos. He's my Superman. I try to call him up from time to time. We could talk about the weather. Is the weather fine? And I say, break, break, break away those ties. She also says that she's got a lover up in outer space. He's been tumbling around all over the place. I like to call him from time to time. We could talk about the heaven, break, break, break away those ties. And also, just like the prior track, Beethoven, I Love to Listen, there's also some spoken word in this song as well. I mean, so far, this album is quite different from their prior 2 albums. And also, in a way, this album is also different from their other experimental electronic synth heavy albums. This album really is unique and stands on its own. I would love to go to Japan one day. I mean, who wouldn't? I more so want to go to Japan for the culture and just the way of life. I think it would definitely be a bit of a culture shock for me. But let's move on to track 3, Do You Want to Break Up? That was track 3, Do You Want to Break Up? And this was a cute little song. I think out of the first 3 songs I listened to, this one is the more commercial sounding of the bunch. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Do you want to break up? I've got a heavy heart, got heart filled full of lead, pocket full of heartache, car crash in my head. I've got a steady hand, gonna lead me to my home, take me up to heaven, heaven's where I'm going. And then she goes on to say, I've seen trouble, I looked right up to its face, never tried to turn away, and I've been sad, I've been overjoyed, so let me disembrace you now, my little trouble boy. Ooh, I wonder if this is the same boy in Japan. I've got a lover back in Japan. I'm kind of forming my own narrative now when it comes to the lyrics and stories in these songs. I also did enjoy this track, just like the prior 2 songs, Beethoven, I Love to Listen, and I've Got a Lover, back in Japan. I will say, even though they do play around with similar sounds that we have heard from their prior albums, the synth pop and just the more electronic experimental sound, the overall vibe and energy of this album is just quite different from all of their other albums. Anyway, let's move on to track 4. You have Place to Chill in My Heart. That was track 4, You Have Placed a Chill in My Heart. Another solid track on the album. I think this might be one of my favorites. You have placed a chill in my heart. Take me to the desert where there's got to be a whole heap of nothing for you and me. Love is a temple, love is a shrine. Buy some love at the 5 and dime. A little bit of love from the counter store. Get it on credit if you need some more. A woman's just too tired to think about the dirty old dishes in the kitchen sink. Wish I was invisible so I could climb through the telephone. When it hurts my ear and it hurts my brain and it makes me feel too much, don't cut me down when I'm talking to you. Cause I'm much too tall to feel that small. Another thing that's quite consistent through all of the Eurythmics albums is Annie's vocals, her personality, her eccentric voice, and her oohs and yahs and ahs and shouting, and just the interesting quirks she does with her voice. I also think lyrically, this might be my favorite track on the album so far. You Have Placed a Chill in My Heart brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, she has ice running through her veins. Anyway, let's move on to track 5, Shame.
Now there's a lifestyle. Now there's a lifestyle. Everybody wants it. That's now there's a lifestyle. Everybody in it wants to be elite. I say, you and your mother's pride and poetry.
That was track 5, Shame, and this is pure synth pop bliss. I mean, if you love synth pop, obviously you do because you listen to the Eurythmics and you're watching this video right now, you will love this song. Now there's a lifestyle with painted lips, now there's a lifestyle, everybody wants it, but it don't exist, and I said shame in the dance halls and the cinema, shame on the TV and the media, shame, we loved you, shame in the dance halls and the cinema, shame. Now, no surprise, this was selected as the second single from the album, and I am happy about that. The track is a synth pop ballad in which the protagonist expresses regret and disdain for excessive and shallow lifestyles led by those who frequent nightclubs, bars, parties, and the like. This track really is euphoric. My head was up in the clouds when I was listening to it, and it's great. So let's move on to track 6, Savage.
Hands of power are killing me. Oh, mockery is laughing. These are my guns. These are my furs. You can play with me there sometime. Savage. You savage. I have this unhappiness to show what I protect. So don't ask me to stay with you, savage. Savage.
That was track 6, Savage. Wow. I really like this track. I like the ambience, and it's definitely the most pop rock sounding track on the album. The production is gorgeous. It's so heavenly, and I like the vibe of this track. I just really enjoyed listening to it. I think this might be one of my favorite tracks. I can't decide. I've really enjoyed all of these songs so far. Words of power are killing me while the sun displays its teeth. All mockery is laughing. All violence is cheap. She said, these are the guns. These are my furs. This is my living room. You can play with me. There's sometimes. Savage, you savage. She said, I have this unhappiness to wear around my neck. It's a pretty piece of jewelry to show what I protect. I mean, can the Eurythmics do any wrong when it comes to an album? All of their albums so far, all of the albums I've listened to so far from the Eurythmics have been great and solid and memorable. But anyway, let's move on to track 7, I Need a Man.
Hey! Is this my turn? I don't care if you don't talk to me. No, I'm not that kind of girl. You should know I'm not impressed. Baby, don't wear a dress. I need a man. I need a man. Don't you shake your legs, don't you double comb your hair. I like your fingers bare. Forget that stuff. You know that I don't care. I need a man. I don't need a heartbreaker, 50 face, triple dose and double data. Yeah, baby. I don't care if you won't talk to me. No, I'm not that kind of girl. I don't care about the way you look. No, I'm not impressed. Baby, you're just overblown.
And that's all you get. Oh, hi. That was track 7, I Need a Man. Yes, Annie. I don't care if you won't talk to me. You know I'm not that kind of girl. And I don't care if you won't walk with me. It don't give me such a thrill. And I don't care about the way you look. You should know I'm not impressed. Cause there's just one thing that I'm looking for. And he don't wear a dress. I need a man. Baby, 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 don't shave your legs. Don't you double comb your hair. Don't powder puff, just leave it rough. Two-timing, time taker, dirty little moneymaker, muscle-bound, cheapskate, low-down, woman hater, triple-crossing, double dater, yellow-bellied alligator. I don't care if you won't talk to me, you know I'm not that kind of girl. Hey boy, come on, I'll take you anytime. Woo! Baby, 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 boom. This was, I mean, I don't need to tell you, this was tons of fun. So much wild personality, and I imagine Annie had a lot of fun recording this song. I mean, this song is a mood. Now, I Don't Need a Man was selected as the 3rd single. Hallelujah. The track is a pop rock number with aggressive, commanding vocal work from Annie, who lyrically explains all the things she does not want in a man, such as he does not wear a dress. She wants a tough, aggressive, masculine, dirty man. I mean, I'm clearly the spitting image of what she's looking for. Me and my shirt that I made out of your grandma's curtains. No. I mean, if you want to have a good time, check out this track. Check out this album. Anyway, let's move on to track 8, Put the Blame on Me.
Take me
That was track 8, Put the Blame on Me, and wow, Annie is quite thirsty on this album, isn't she? Put the blame on me, take me to a dark room and hug me to bits. I just want to be kissed so badly, right there on my lips. Put the blame on me. Why did you close your eyes when I'm the one that's blind? Where are you tonight? Are you sleeping on your own? I need to know where you are tonight. Are you sleeping on your very own? Tell the one that's lying with you to get right up and go back home. Send that bitch home. And then she keeps repeating that through the rest of the song, and this is another good song. I did find that my mind was kind of drifting towards the end. It kind of kept going on and on and on. So it's not one of my favorites. I would maybe listen to it again. I like the playfulness of Annie's vocals on this track. Tell the one that's lying with you to get right up and go back home. To get right up and go back home. I also liked the unexpected brief piano solo about halfway through. So overall, I did like the production on this track. Dave Stewart's amazing production, like always. I probably wouldn't listen to this song as much as a lot of the other songs I just listened to, but I would listen to it again. But anyway, let's move on to track 9, Heaven. That was track 9, Heaven. And I really liked this track. It was kind of creepy and dark and ominous, which is ironic because the title of the track is Heaven. I felt like I was in some sort of dark, sweaty nightclub, and bodies were just all around me, and it just has that sexy aesthetic to it. That's right, Heaven. I love to. Heaven. Just what you need. Heaven. So there really isn't a lot going on lyrically. Lyrically, this is obviously the weakest song on the album, but what did it for me was just the overall ambience and just the vibe. I don't know, I just like listening to it. What did it for me was Dave Stewart's production. That ominous, interesting production, and I would definitely listen to this track again. I mean, this isn't the sort of song you play in broad daylight, like I'm doing right now. This is definitely a song you listen to late at night. Another aspect of the song I liked was that sound effect. I don't know what to call it. It sounded like some sort of time warp. You know what I mean. You'll know once you hear it. So let's move on to track 10, Wide-Eyed Girl. That was track 10, A Wide-Eyed Girl. And this is one of the more, I guess, bizarre songs on the album. In particular, Annie's vocals were quite demented. Her vocals were almost borderline demonic at times. Don't you walk away when I'm communicating with you. She's going clicking, clacking down the road in them high-heeled shoes. Wow, wide-eyed girl, Mona Lisa. I see girls on fire like you. Wide-eyed girl. She could have been good. She could have been the best. Shy little girl when it came to the test. Wow, oh, she was a cut above the rest. She was a wide-eyed girl with teased up hair. Could have had money, but she didn't care. She was looking for you, daddy. Why you're never there. Looking for you, daddy. Wide-eyed girl. And then she goes on to say, when she walked out through the streets of Rome, all of the Italians want to take her home. This really wouldn't be a song I would want to listen to again. It's not one of my favorites. This track might be... I don't want to say it's my least favorite, but it's definitely near the bottom. It just wasn't really my cup of tea. It's one of those songs, at least for me, that is nice to listen to for the first time. I'm glad I listened to it because it was very intriguing and different, but that's about it. I don't need to listen to this song again. Anyway, let's move on to track 11, I Need You. That was track 11, I Need You. And this was very interesting. I think out of all the songs I've listened to from the Eurythmics, this is definitely, I think, their most stripped down song. It's very acoustic. It has a little bit of a country twang to it. A little bit. It's like Annie was singing it in some sort of dive bar. I'm curious to know if Annie was playing the guitar or was it Dave. I need you to pin me down just for one frozen moment. I need someone to pin me down so I can live in torment. I need you to really feel the twist of my back breaking. I need someone to listen to the ecstasy I'm faking. I need you. I need you. I need you to catch each breath that issues from my lips. I need someone to crack my skull. I need someone to kiss. So hold me now. I'll make pretend I won't ever fall. I need you. We can also hear chatter in the background, the clinking of glasses and silverware. So, I don't know, maybe they were actually in some sort of restaurant or dive bar. I don't know. But I liked it, and I probably wouldn't really listen to it again, to be honest with you. I liked listening to it for the first time. I liked Annie's vocals. I like the lyrics, but it's not a song that I am rushing to listen to again. Anyway, let's move on to track 12, Brand New Day.
6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm stepping through the streets. Big old sun is rising up so elegant and thin for a new day to begin. And the word said, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, it's a brand new day. Oh, baby, baby, baby. I dreamed about you. You have taken my existence. You have filled it full of stones. Now I need to walk alone, but I won't be sad. Boom, boom, boom. No, I won't be sad. And the word said, the word said, listen to the word, listen to the word. And the word said, hey. See it, the word said, hey. And the word said, hey. Brand new day. Word said, hey. Brand new day.
That was track 12, A Brand New Day. And another interesting song on the album. I will say, this probably has to be their most diverse album when it comes to all the different genres they're playing around with. It's a little bit gospel, and I almost wish they pushed the gospel aspect a bit further on this track. 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm stepping through the streets. The pavement's cold and empty. It got the blues beneath my feet. Big old sun is rising up, so elegant and thin. Another day is over for a new day to begin. And the word said, hey, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day, oh baby, baby. I dreamed about you. Please tell me. What I've seen cannot be true. But I won't be sad. I won't be destroyed. No, I won't be. I won't be sad. This is another track on the album where I liked listening to it for the first time, but I really wouldn't listen to it again. But we have made it to the end of the album, and I will be checking out a bonus track, track 17, called Come Together.
Here come all hands up, we go, moving up slowly, we got head down to his knee. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please. He wear no shoe shine, he got toes and football, he got. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together. He got walrus gumboots, he got all of cyborg, he won't hold you in his arms where you can feel his disease. Come together. He want more your filter, he said, and one is free. Come together. Right now.
That was track 17, Come Together. And the second I saw the title of this track, I knew that it would be a cover of the Beatles, their song. And the first version of Come Together I ever heard was Michael Jackson's. And then I heard the Beatles, and now the Eurythmics. And it was okay, I guess. They don't really make it that memorable. It doesn't really stand out to me. Compared to Michael's and the Beatles versions, this one just doesn't have that spark. So I think this version really does pale in comparison. So that was all 12 tracks plus one bonus track of Savage for a total of 13 tracks. And this is another solid album from the Eurythmics, Annie Lennox, and Dave Stewart. I don't think this is their best album by any means. It's not one of their best, but it's still a great album from them. And they go back to their initial roots when it comes to synth pop and electronic and even some pop rock and some acoustic, guitar, and even some gospel. Annie's vocals are as interesting as ever, intriguing and different, filled with personality and creepy at times, of course, and beautiful and erratic. Annie Lennox never disappoints when it comes to her vocals, and Dave Stewart's production on this album is fire, of course. And there were many catchy hooks and melodies on this album, for me anyway, and I loved the first half of the album. I also liked the middle, so the beginning and middle. I wasn't the biggest fan of the last three songs. This album definitely isn't as commercial as Be Yourself Tonight and Revenge, even Sweet Dreams or May of This and Touch. I feel like this is their most eclectic album thus far. I also liked the lyrics. They are standard Eurythmics lyrics, and when I listen to a Eurythmics album, I'm never blown away by their lyrics. When I listen to a Eurythmics album, I'm always blown away with Annie's vocals and Dave Stewart's production. To me, those are always the highlights of a Eurythmics album. She does sing about love and heartbreak, of course. Getting with this man, I Need a Man. So there are some very sexy moments. We are 6 albums into their discography, and I've yet to be disappointed in one of their albums. That's one thing the Eurythmics have going for them: quality and consistency. So what did you guys think of the album, and what are your impressions of it? Maybe this is your favorite Eurythmics album of all time. So in my next Eurythmics video, we will move on to their 7th studio album called We Two Are One from 1989. And technically, this would be their last album until 1999, 10 years later, when they officially put out, I guess, their final studio album, 8th and final album, Peace. So we are nearing the end of this Eurythmics discography journey, unfortunately. And like I said in one of my other videos, I will be moving Annie Lennox to later this year. So I won't be doing Annie Lennox's solo albums right away. I'm going to be saving her for the fall and winter time of this year. So that is the plan, and thanks for watching, guys. You can find me on Twitter, you can find me on Instagram, you can message me, you can say, hey, how are you? And I will see you next time. Take care.